You feel broken, as if the weight of every failure has etched its mark upon your soul. The silence of regret whispers louder than any voice around you, and the darkness tells you that your story is over. But listen carefully, because that voice is lying. God is not done with you yet. Every scar, every tear, every sleepless night has not gone unseen. He is still writing your story, and his pen never runs out of grace. The Creator who spoke galaxies into motion has not forgotten the sound of your name. You are still part of his divine plan, still chosen, still loved, still held in his hands. When you think it's over, he whispers, "Not yet." When you say, "I can't," he says, "I can." You may feel like everything has fallen apart, but in his eyes, you are being rebuilt piece by piece, stronger than before. The ashes you see as the end are only the soil where new life begins. The same hands that shaped the stars are shaping your tomorrow, turning your pain into purpose. Do not mistake the silence of God for his absence. Sometimes when the potter works, the clay feels pressure, but that pressure is forming something beautiful. You were never a mistake. You were never too far gone. You were never forgotten. The cross proves it. Every drop of blood that fell from Jesus' body shouted, "You are worth it." When he died, he didn't just redeem your past, he reclaimed your future. And Philippians 1:6 declares, "He who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion." That means what he started in you, he will finish. No failure, no sin, no fear can cancel his promise. You are still in process. You are still his masterpiece under construction. Maybe you've wandered far. Maybe your heart is tired. Maybe your faith feels like a flickering flame, barely holding on, but even a flicker can light the night. God does not measure you by how strong your faith looks, but by the love that refuses to let go. Even when you fall, he reaches lower. Even when you run, he runs faster. Even when you doubt, he whispers truth through the storm. You may not see it now, but one day you will look back and realize that the pain you thought would destroy you was actually the path that led you back home. So breathe. Let grace find you again. The chapter you thought was the last one was only the middle of the book. God is turning the page, and what comes next will redeem everything you've lost. There is more ahead, more healing, more purpose, more of him. Your destiny did not die when things went wrong. The delays were divine. The detours were preparation. You are being refined, not rejected. The fire you walked through is not punishment. It is the forge of transformation. Gold is only gold when it survives the flame. Lift your eyes. The same God who raised Lazarus, who calmed the sea, who restored Peter after his denial, he is the same God who stands beside you now. He has not changed. His mercy has not expired. His love has not run dry. He is weaving every broken thread into a masterpiece of redemption. The pain that once made you question him will soon make you worship him. Every unanswered prayer will one day reveal his better plan. Every no was protecting you. Every silence was teaching you to trust him when you could not trace him. This is not the end of your story. It's the beginning of something greater. You are walking through a valley, but you are not meant to live there. Keep moving. The valley is temporary, but the promise is eternal. Do not let the enemy convince you that your failure is final. God specializes in resurrections. What you thought was dead, he can breathe back to life. What you thought was lost, he can restore sevenfold. What you thought disqualified you has only positioned you for a greater comeback. So speak it out loud. God's not done with me yet. Say it until your heart believes it. Say it until your fear leaves. Say it until your faith rises again. You are still chosen, still forgiven, still destined for something that hell cannot steal. The story of your life is not being written by your mistakes, but by his mercy. The ink of grace never runs dry. If you believe this, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Let your voice be a reminder to another broken soul that God is still working behind the scenes. The same hand that lifted you will lift them too, because every time you declare your faith in the midst of the storm, heaven moves. The enemy trembles when you remember who you belong to. You are his, and he is not done with you yet. The world may label you by your failures, but God calls you by your future. When others see the ashes, he sees the altar. When others see the mess, he sees the message. Every wound that you hide is a doorway where his light longs to enter. He restores what time has stolen. He rebuilds what sin has broken. He rewrites what the enemy tried to erase. Nothing you've done is powerful enough to undo the work of his grace. You are not defined by your past. You are refined by his presence. Every battle, every tear, every unanswered question is shaping the heart that will carry his glory. Your pain is not wasted. Your waiting is not in vain. Even when you cannot see the outcome, God is still moving pieces in your favor. Heaven's silence is not heaven's absence. He is closer now than you realize. Sometimes he removes the noise so that you can finally hear his whisper. There are moments when life feels like a storm with no horizon. But remember, the disciples saw the same storm that Jesus slept through. The waves obey his voice, and your chaos still answers to his name. One word from him can calm what has been raging inside you for years. You may feel forgotten, but you are written on the palms of his hands. You may feel invisible, but you are seen by the one who counts every hair on your head. The enemy wants you to believe it's over, but the cross proves otherwise. Jesus did not endure death to leave you half-healed. He came to complete the work, to resurrect every part of your soul that still feels buried. You are not too late, too broken, or too far gone. You are right on time for grace. Every sunrise is a new reminder that mercy is renewed every morning. When the sun rises, it is God whispering again, I'm still here. I'm still working. I'm still not done with you. Your story is being rewritten by the hands of redemption. The same voice that said, let there be light, now speaks over your darkness. Let there be hope. He is not asking you to be perfect. He is asking you to be willing to trust, to rise again, to believe that his plan still stands. Because no matter how many times you fall, grace will always have one more step ready for you. You were made for more than survival. You were made to shine. Your scars are not symbols of defeat, but testimonies of victory. They tell the story of a God who refused to let go. He took your shame and replaced it with purpose. He turned your mourning into movement, your loss into light. What you thought would destroy you is now your platform to declare his faithfulness. So let your heart speak again. Let your faith breathe again. The breath of God is entering your dry bones, reviving what seemed lifeless. The same Spirit that raised Christ from the dead dwells in you. You are not a lost cause. You are a living miracle in progress. Heaven rejoices not when you achieve perfection, but when you choose to rise again. This world needs your story. Someone is waiting to hear how you overcame what tried to break you. Someone is praying for the hope that you carry inside. You are the evidence that God restores. You are the living proof that grace wins. Do not hide the light that pain produced. The night you thought would never end is now the reason others will find their dawn. Hold on to that truth. Keep walking. Keep trusting. Keep declaring, God's not done with me. Every time you speak it, faith rises, and the enemy loses his hold. The voice of despair grows quieter as the voice of destiny grows stronger. God is writing a new chapter, one that no one can erase. And when he is finished, the world will see the beauty of what was once broken. So if you believe it, share this message. Comment below, God's not done with me, and let faith echo across every heart that needs it. Because the moment you speak hope, heaven moves closer and the promise becomes real. He restores. He rebuilds. He rewrites stories. And yours is just beginning.